Let's debrief our very first night home with baby Steele. After a rough 4 days, technically it was like 3, but 4 calendar days in the hospital, we finally got discharged yesterday. We got home at like 6 p.m. Ordered some pizza. My brother and my cousin came over, and then my doula stopped by. It was really fun. We were all just hanging out. We ended up going to bed around 11. Fed him before we went to bed. This sleeper with the giraffes is the smallest sleeper that I have. Size newborn, but like smaller than all of my other size newborns. He's drowning in it. I realized like I'm gonna have to order some preemie clothes for him because I don't really have any like preemie anything. We put him in the snoo and he actually like fell asleep pretty much right away, which was so nice. I put him to bed and I took a shower, got all ready for bed, laid in bed. After like 20 or 30 minutes of me laying in bed, he was fussing, so I got up with him. He did have a dirty diaper, so I changed that. It was funny because I forgot to bring all of the changing stuff into our room. It was still in the nursery. I ended up waking Spencer up and yelling at him to go get all the changing stuff for me because he was like sleeping peacefully. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this alone. So he got all the changing stuff for me. We changed him, fed him, and put him back to bed. We just kind of did that cycle like 3 or 4 times last night. I think I ended up feeding him like 3 times. I did like set alarms on my phone for like 2.5 hours after each feed just to make sure that like, you know, he was getting fed, but he ended up waking up literally around the time that my phone was going to be going off anyway. We ended up having like a few dirty diapers in the night, which I'm just happy about. Before we left the hospital, it had been like over 24 hours since he had a dirty diaper, and so we were like getting a little bit worried. He had one like right before we left the hospital, which like kind of helped ease our worries, and then yeah, he had lots last night, so we were like, okay, he's good, things are moving, he's being fed enough. At one point it was literally like 3 in the morning and I honestly had not slept like at all, like maybe 20 minutes. I was getting a little bit frustrated, so I fed him, made sure that he ate a lot, and then I looked over at Spencer and I like woke him up and I was like, hey, he's fed, so if he wakes up, it's on you. Like, you get to console him and like take care of him for the next couple hours because like I need to sleep. Kind of felt bad because literally I told Spencer that. He was like, okay, rolled back over to go to bed, and Steele like instantly starts crying. Spencer like changed a couple diapers and rocked with him in the nursery for a little while. After that, I ended up waking up one more time to feed him. That was at like 5. I slept till 8 after that. At this point, I still am only making colostrum. My milk like hasn't come in yet fully, so I'm like feeding him and then pumping whatever colostrum I'm getting left just so that I can have these little syringes to give him. Just, I don't know, I've been a little worried that like he's not getting enough, so while I'm feeding him, like he does have a good latch, but while I'm feeding him I will kind of supplement with whatever I pumped from the last feeding just to like make sure that he's getting something. And he's, like I said, having lots of dirty diapers, so like we know that he's eating enough, but I just, you know, it's my first time mom in me, I guess. That was really about it. Overall, I would give the experience, I think, a 7 out of 10. I feel like I had realistic expectations going into the night. I feel like it went fairly well. Am I tired? Yeah, but I also knew going into having a baby that like you're not gonna get as much sleep as you're used to, and that's totally fine. So yeah, today is our first day home. I'm like, what are we gonna do? I think I'm gonna try and like take a shower and wash my hair today because like hair is like greasy AF. If I can take a shower and wash my hair and like do my hair, I think that that'll make like a world of a difference as to how I'm feeling. So I'm excited for our first day home.